Hi everyone. So here we are again on your 30-day yoga challenge with day 18. I present to you day 18, where we explore freedom. Freedom. Let's go ahead and lie down on our back. So allow your feet, number one, have your legs, I should say, bent, and take the feet a little bit wider, maybe the distance of your mat, and let your knees knock together. Sometimes referred to as Ardha Shavasana or constructive rest. Lay one hand on your abdomen, the other on your heart. And then draw all the air out of the lungs. Exhale. Hold. Take a deep breath in. Push out of the mouth. Exhale. Repeat. Inhale. Push out. One more time, full breath in. Hold the end of the breath. Continue to hold your inhale and see if you can breathe in a touch more. And with big open mouths, exhale completely. Lips together, inhale. And exhale. Release your hands, open your eyes, and then step your feet so they're hip distance, knees the same. And then we'll take our right thigh into the chest with the hands on the shin, squeeze the thigh. Let go of your hands and place your right ankle on the left thigh. Bring your right arm in between the legs and interlock the fingers on the back of your thigh and gently pull in. Now, with the right ankle, very lightly push into the thigh, but with your hands, continue to draw that left leg closer to the body. All right, let's release the hands and slide the right leg down the left, and then have your feet lifting, so the shins are roughly parallel to the ground, and we're going to interlock the fingers, behind the head, and then for a moment, push down through the outer elbows pressing into the floor. Now inhale, peel your upper back off the mat. Keep your elbows wide and allow the throat to be mostly open. So instead of your chin to the chest, the tip is pointing up to the sky. Lift the heart space higher. Lower your head and then take your legs to your left. Reach your right arm out to the side. See if you can breathe in directly into the right side of the chest. Release your legs back to center. Unwrap, feet high in the air, and then feet flat on your mat. They're around hips distance apart. And then you take your left thigh into the abdomen. Hold onto the shin and squeeze. Left ankle to the right thigh. So you've got this triangular space between your legs. Bring your left arm through and then clasp your hands on the back of your right leg. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, pull the leg towards you. Allow that left ankle to resist, lightly pushing your outer left ankle into the thigh. Keep hugging in. Then release your hands, left leg slides down. Keep your feet lifting, your shin bones roughly parallel to the earth, and then interlock the fingers once again behind your head. As you exhale for a moment, push the outer elbows into the floor, and then inhale, lift the upper back off the mat. And try to feel which part of the ribs are still on the floor, and lift one rib higher. Lower your head, and then take your legs over to your right, whereas your left arm opens out to the side, chin towards the shoulder, breathing in. Ground the back of the shoulder, breathe out. Back to center, unwrap your legs, reach both feet high in the air, and then reach your knees or bend your knees in towards your belly, reach your arms around your legs, grabbing your wrists, forearms, or even the elbows, squeezing the thighs tight towards you. Now let your left hand rest on top of the left knee, your right hand on top of the right. Pull your knees apart and away from each other. And then begin to move them, forward towards the front of the mat. Let them come together. Pull them into the chest and then out to the sides. And then begin drawing circles with the knees. Allow your knees to move in the opposite direction. And as you move your hips, as you move your thighs, allow for a feeling of space. See if you can give a sense of freedom to the movement, freedom in your body. The next time your knees come together, you're going to lower them over towards your left arm over your head. And then we'll push down through our hands to sit up and come into a tabletop pose. Where am I going? I'm going to go to the front part of the mat. All right, so we're in tabletop pose, and then inhale, curl your chest, look forward, go to down dog, exhale. Take your right leg back and up, bend your knee, and then begin to open the hip. Rotate your hip as your right thigh lifts higher. Then draw your knee forward into the nose, look to the hands and step the foot forward. Come onto your fingertips. Unless you have blocks, you can use them. Placing your hands on top, make your right leg straight. If you don't have blocks, you just keep your hands on the floor and seeing if you can get the knee as straight as possible. Draw back through your buttocks, forward through your chest, and fold. Lift the chin, bend both of your knees, left knee to your mat, and take both of your arms over your head. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows in towards cactus arms. Press the backs of your hands, the outer elbows to the space behind you. Straighten your elbows and reach your hands to the floor. Place them on the front of your mat, downward dog. And then inhale, reach the left leg into the air, pointing the toes, and then bending your left knee. Start to rotate through your thigh, allowing the front of your thigh to face the left, lifting it up even higher, and the knee all the way forward into the nose. Look forward and step between your hands. Come up onto the fingertips, unless of course you have the blocks, and you place the hands on top of the blocks. Straighten both of the legs. Really focus on the outer left hip pulling back, even the sole of your front foot gently pulling to the back while your chest lengthens forward. Exhaling, slight bend of your arms, and bring your stomach closer to that left thigh. Lift the chin, and as you bend into the front leg, lower your right knee to your mat. Inhale, lift your arms. With your palms facing forward, bend the elbows, cactus. Continue to lengthen the tailbone down and forward. Forearms, elbows, hands push to the back. Straighten your elbows and reach the fingertips to the floor. And then bring your hands to the front, downward dog. Look towards your hands. Place your right foot outside of the hand. Come onto the tips of the fingers, lift the chin, and allow that left thigh to charge. Take your left hand forward and bring your right hand forward. And then feel like the top of your head and even the breastbone, the sternum are reaching to the space in front of you, whereas your left heel lightly presses back. Both of your hands on your mat. Stretch your right leg in the sky. Inhale, three-legged downward dog. Bend your knee and begin to circle through the hip. Allow your right thigh to lift higher. And then draw your knee forward to the nose and step forward with your foot. Turn your back heel flat And then we'll rise up into a warrior two pose. Take your right hand to the outer part of your right thigh and then very lightly push into the palm. Keep your right leg firm, stretch your right arm out, and inhale, reach forward. Bring your hand down to the inside of the foot, and if it doesn't touch and you have a block nearby, place it on the block. And if you don't have a block, place your elbow on your thigh. Look up at your left hand, turn the palm to face forward, and stretch the arm over the ear. Now ground your left heel, whereas your left middle fingertip, just the one, reaches forward. Look down, set your hand flat, downward dog. Come forward to plank, inhale, and lower all the way to your mat. Cobra pose, inhale, and then stay there. Continue to push down through your hands, drawing the tips of the elbows back, and a slight forward movement of the chest. Downward dog, exhale. Look towards the front, left foot outside of the hands. Come to the tips of the fingers, lift the chin, look forward, and then with your right hand, take it out in front of you, maybe off of your mat, and left hand to do the same. Feel your right heel moving back, whereas the top of head and center of chest reach forward. Notice your right thigh actively lifting. Take your hands in line with the left foot and move towards downward dog, left leg up. Bend your knee and then begin to rotate through the thigh. Allow the front of it to face more left. Draw the knee in towards the nose. Step forward. Turn your back heel flat and then find warrior two. With the left hand for a moment, place it on the outer thigh and lightly push into the leg. Keep that left leg firm, stretch the arm forward. Let's reach through the side body. Bring your hand down inside of the foot unless you need a block, right arm to the sky. Remember that another option is elbow resting on the leg. Turn your palm to face forward and stretch the arm over the ear. Think one line from heel to fingers. Keep pushing the outer edge of your right foot down, actively reaching through that top arm. Look at your mat, set the hands flat, downward dog. Inhale to plank and come all the way to the floor. Cobra, breathe in. Lower slowly. Set your hands to either side of the chest and just move your hands towards the side so that your index fingers end up in line with the edges of the mat, and then come up onto all 10 finger pads. Push down and lift the chest. Okay, for a moment, move your elbows so they're really pointing out to the sides. Then take the upper arm bones, firm them in. See if you can get the tips of the elbows to point back. And then while your chest stays lifting, locate the sternum, the center of the ribs, and press forward. Come down. Child's pose. Walk your hands in front of the knees, sit up. Bring your knees together. We're sitting in hero pose, and we're going to interlock the fingers at the back part of our head. And then push the back of your head into the palms. Allow the outer elbows to move to the space behind you and connect with your upper back. Can you feel like your shoulder blades are coming a little bit towards the spine? Or imagine even pushing the shoulder blades forward into the chest. Create an upward lift of the heart space. Straighten your arms and reach them out to the side so your arms are much like a T, and see if you can press the backs of your hands behind you even more. And then release your arms down on your thighs or in your lap. We're going to stand up on our knees. Have your knees around hips distance apart. And then take your hands around the lower back. So you can think thumbs close to the spine, if not touching altogether, and the index fingers pointing forward. Use the thumbs to draw the flesh of your buttocks down. Inhale, pull the sides of the waist in and up. Lift the chin, look towards the ceiling. Continue to firm your upper arms towards the ribs, and then just stay here with your chest lifting. If you're coming into the full camel with your hands reaching towards the feet, by all means go there. This is quite a strong pose. You're more than welcome to try, and then if you feel like reaching your hands towards the feet isn't quite working for you, then simply bring your hands back to where they were around the waist. Keep your legs firm, bring your hands back to the hips, come up slowly, and sit down. For a moment, shut the eyes. Full breath in, full breath out. We're going to come into one more down dog. Bring your hands forward. And as you lift your hips, exhale. 3 long breaths. Open the mouth. Come to sit with your legs crossed. And then have your hands resting comfortably wherever that might be for you. And close your eyes. Though a short practice, notice where you feel freedom in your body. Thank you for joining in once again. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.